An NBC4 investigation uncovered more high levels of lead in the water for a local community.
NBC4 lead investigative reporter Dwayne Pullman found the lead after viewers called asking him to test the water. Tonight, Dwayne is back with the results in his continuing series, Get the Lead Out.
After I aired my investigations, lots of you contacted me asking me to check your water for lead, and I did just that. I traveled to homes all across central Ohio, from Columbus to Pataskala and Marion, sampling and testing your water. The test showed no lead in nearly all the samples, but here, when the test came back from the small village of Crestline, Ohio, it revealed elevated levels of lead in the water. Crestline is a picturesque small village 14 miles west of Mansfield. But the picture here... Is there something wrong with the water in Crestline, Ohio?
Yes, there is
filled... Your water literally is brown.
Yes.
With worries about what's in this water.
It's been like this for years.
After watching my NBC4 investigation, where I uncovered lead in the water at the State House, Renee Hendrickson called me, asking me to check her water. At the end of April, I came to get a sample at her sink. And I collected this sample, too, from Renee's neighbor, Jack Tackett, who saved this dirty-looking water from a faucet collected just a few days before I got there.
Had floaties in it.
Floaties?
And it was brown.
Do floaties happen a lot?
Yes.
Usually after the village of Crestline flushes the fire hydrants.
They was flushing that day.
So Jack saved this sample for me to take to the lab and test. 5 days later, I got the results. The sample I drew from Renee's faucet came back clean. No lead. Surprised?
Yeah.
But the sample Jack gave me, that dirty one, came back with elevated levels of lead. Jack, you have lead in your water.
We have to drink it.
13 parts per billion, just under the 15 parts per billion that the EPA says is dangerous.
Not surprised, really.
I brought the results in Jack and Renee's concerns to the Crestline Village Hall, where I met with Administrator Mark Milliron.
We follow the guidelines established by the EPA.
Milliron admits flushing the fire hydrants here does cause some of those floaty issues we found. Have you had any complaints about that?
Well, I mean, yeah, you do when you flush hydrants, you stir things up.
But he says there has never been an issue with lead in the village's water.
We sample 20 residents every 3 years.
But when I showed him the results of our water test, it came back with 13 parts per billion.
It does cause alarm.
Milliron was concerned, promising to find out where that lead is coming from.
We've got to check the system out and see what we've got too, because we're kind of surprised too.
Now, of course, I'll let you know what happens next. Now, if you're concerned that you have lead in your water, there is a really simple way of getting the lead out. When you get up in the morning, the first thing you do before you fill the coffee maker, fill your glass, do this. Turn on your faucet and keep it running for at least a minute. 2 minutes is better, according to the Centers for Disease Control. That should help you get rid of most of the danger. I'm Dwayne Pullman, NBC4.